We start today with a developing story. New information about the violations and the things that contributed to the Lower North Fork fire. According to experts reviewing that deadly wildfire, we start our team coverage with 7 News reporter Amanda Cost. Amanda, some of these findings were uncovered weeks ago by 7 News in our ongoing investigation.
Yeah, we've been asking tough questions about a burn site left unattended and weather forecast models. Well, today we're hearing from the experts behind this review, finding the same thing. Specifically, they're speaking to the contributing factors that the lead expert says combined to create a tragedy, starting with those wind conditions. High winds, very low humidity. Combine that with forecasting problems, issues projecting that weather. Plus plenty of wind to carry what was on the ground, unburned fuel and residual heat. Well, finally, the mop-up perimeter around that burn area. It was in line with the burn plan, just not enough.
Their outlook was good, and they, quite frankly, did the burn very well. It was a very well done, executed, prescribed fire up to the point when we get into patrol.
And that point, the Forest Service is required to patrol the burn area for 3 days. But on the third day, Sunday, there was no patrol. Now, that same day that the red flag watch for Monday was upgraded to a warning. Now, everything in these 152 pages stops the moment that fire escaped. Now, investigation reviews into the evacuations, the emergency alerts, and the deaths, those are ongoing. Reporting live from the Capitol, Amanda Cost, 7 News.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. And we continue our team coverage with 7 News reporter Marshall Zellinger, who's been investigating how the Forest Service watched over its own prescribed burn. Marshall?
Mike, the State Forest Service violated its own policy by not monitoring the prescribed burn area for 3 days, including the Sunday, the day before the Lower North Fork fire started. Now, weeks ago, we uncovered that the state is supposed to monitor for 3 days. And in this 152-page report we got today, it confirms what we knew, that no one was there Sunday, the day before the fire started, which would have been that third day. But the investigative team found that decision did not increase the risk factors for starting the Lower North Fork fire. I asked the leader of the independent review team, Bill Bass, how that's even possible, since the crews would have been watching for hot spots instead of not being there at all.
Winds were not increasing, cooler temperatures for Sunday, but they did receive the red flag warnings, so they geared up for a Monday patrol.
I flat out asked, had crews been there on Sunday, would that have prevented the Lower North Fork fire? Would crews have been putting water on hot spots? Bill Bass tells me had crews been there on Sunday, they would have just toured the perimeter like they did the very next day when they returned. And on that Monday, when the fire did spill over and escape, the 3-person crew was only there because a red flag warning was going into effect on that Monday. Reporting live, Marshall Zellinger, 7 News.
All right, Marshall, thank you. And among the recommendations being made after this fire and by this group is a strengthening of the mop-up standards and a refining of the technical review process for prescribed burns. We've been investigating developments into how the Lower North Fork fire started from the beginning. You can see the details of what we have found right now on thedenverchannel.com.